Hi folks, just a quickie here. Battery's still charged, right? There you go. Yeah, it's around noon. Still the 9th of November, 11.1, 58.63. There we are. Well, the good news is the carburetor came apart. And boy, it is a stinking mess. I don't know, I'm looking at it. I'm wondering if she's going to come back to life. She is one horrible looking carburetor. I don't know. That's pretty crunchy. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for it a little longer. You guys have probably seen a lot worse. The reason why it wouldn't come up is I think the floats were glued right to the bottom of the carb. I'm going to boil it a little longer like this because what could it hurt? Then I'm going to try to carefully take it apart and I don't know, get it into the pre-soak. See if that does something for it. It's, I don't know. I just so much like the Honda carbs. They were all copied by the folks in China when they built their clone stuff. Then it made it just so much easier. Last night I was thinking about over here in that garbage can is coal, so and that other garbage can is coal, so I can move those to the coal bin. Then I got that long car or truck toolbox, you know, thing you put in the back, some lawn implements, right? A couple of decks, a snow plow. That's a friend of mine calls this kind of a you know, one of those lawnmower motorcycles. You know, you stand on the back of it and ride it around trying to kill yourself while running one of those lawnmowers that you control with the hand controls, Skag or whatever. It's one of those Skag dollies. Jungle gyms. So anyway, I'm figuring if I could capture this space, I don't know, maybe go with a little short roofy roof here. I'm not quite sure how I'd support it, but I'm looking at that. And then getting back over here, right? You look at that shed and you really see nothing. If I can put an 8x12 lean-to behind it, and just put in the lean-to stuff that I'm not all that worried about, right? Looks a lot better with the patch on it. And even over here, if I put a trailer over here and just run the tarp, start the tarp higher, and just have it drape over the trailer and weigh it down properly, I can even capture some of this space. And even to go a step further, put another trailer here, right, and do the same thing. Just kind of drape a tarp over it so that it stays, whatever on the trailer stays clean and dry. Also block the trailer up a little bit so it's up off the ground. And even to go further, I got the side of that shed to do it with too. Just trying to figure out a way to get more of this stuff out from the weather, keep it dry and clean. One of the YouTube commenters, I don't think he's necessarily being negative, but he is stating a true fact. It's nice to collect all this stuff, but what's the use of it if you're going to leave it outside and it's all going to go nasty, right? Believe it or not, it was a year ago Easter, so we're at about the 18-month point. I had 2 of the 3 of these guys running. I started them up, ran them, and drove them up here. So, I mean, it really is pathetic. You go through the trouble of starting them and then you let them rot. I mean, in that pile of stuff is a snowblower that I also started. Right there she sits. So, I have to get a little... If I'm going to own this stuff, I have to at least get it out of the direct weather. If it's in a lean-to or a shed, it'll cool off with the temperatures. But then I need to get my shed set up such that for stuff I want to ride, it's easy to get to. And for stuff that's in storage, it's in storage. And then to the shops, right? I need to get places such that I could work on it. You know, in a way, I kind of put the wagon before the horse. Right? I collected up all this stuff before I really, fixed up a nice place to work on it. But they don't make more 3-wheelers. So if I don't get them, or if somebody else who's collecting them doesn't get them, once they get salvaged out, once, they melt this down and make, Toyota engine blocks out of it, it's never going to be a 3-wheeler again. It's gone, right? So my quest of laying my hot little hands on these whenever I can will continue. But even for me, in this area, they're basically around Orange and Dutchess, Ulster counties. There really are no more 3-wheelers. There still are some, if one goes up as Albany or the Poconos, Broome County, If you go further south, Rockland County, or even out onto the island, Queens County. Believe it or not, I've seen some of these things around Brooklyn. But typically they want a whole load of coin for them down there. And they're not in any better shape than any of the stuff I get up here for a few $100. So my quest in my own mind is still valid, right? I want to get my hands on these while I can. But the comment the person makes that, what are you going to do, buy them up and they're going to rot at your house, right? That's somewhat of a valid comment. If I don't take proper care of this stuff, what's going to happen is, eventually I'll age out and then it'll be rusty hulks for my sons to get rid of, and they'll be saying, boy, I wish Dad took better care of this stuff. It might have been valuable if he would have, taking care of it before it all rotted out like this. So I'm moving toward that quest, taking care of it before it all rots out, before it rusts away. All right, folks, thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. I'm going to put a little more time in on that carburetor until I have to start getting ready for my wife's recital. Always a joy, eh? So, anyway, folks, once again, thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Till then, keep your feet down, keep your head up, and remember to enjoy all your days. Bye now.